At first, I won few bets, feeling like I'd cracked the system. The feeling of winning was very intoxicating, but as time went by, the number of losses outnumbered the wins. And just like that, all my savings vanished.
Gambling is risking money or another item of value on an event of uncertain outcome in the hope of gaining money in return. Betting, slot machines, casino games, lotteries, and bingo are all forms of gambling.
My name is Brenda. I'm 21 years old, have been battling betting addiction. I had this friend in university who was always talking about gambling. That caught my attention. Actually, he was the one who sent me the games. When I was pressing that bet, I was not very sure that I was going to win since it was my first time. After the game was over, I received a message, "Congratulations that you have won 4,500. I remember I was very excited. I jumped up and down. It was a very big win for me.
A survey found that 84% of Kenyan teenagers have tried betting. A third of those young people bet every day.
So my favorite sports that I gambled were mainly football, the EPL games. I was just betting because of the anxiety and the peer pressure. Immediately after my first bet, and obviously it was a win, that really kept me going. With time, I found myself thinking about betting. We should bet, we should bet, we should bet. I have to do it like every time. And that's how I ended up being an addict.
Gambling triggers the release of chemicals in the brain that can be highly addictive. They create emotional highs when you win unexpectedly and can even make losing feel exciting. Predicting patterns and trying to beat the system create a false sense of skill and certainty, pushing you to bet again and again. Psychologists call this the illusion of control.
Being a student and receiving such amount of money on a very short period of time without even like working hard, that's when I felt like I'd cracked the system. On the other side, when you lose, like it is a very painful, sad moment for you.
Chasing behavior in gambling happens when someone continues to bet in an attempt to recover losses and get back to even. It often leads to a dangerous cycle of rising risk and a financial hole that grows deeper and deeper.
I had a very huge debt with the relationship between my friends and my mom. It became very chaotic.
Brenda had lost the grip of the situation and was not able to repay either of my money or her other friends' money.
It was very bad, and people would get angry, very angry at me, and that's how I lost all my friends. I was in a very desperate position. I would tell myself, just one more bet and I'm going to recover everything.
In the gambler's fallacy, people predict the opposite outcome of the previous event, believing a win must be due after a losing streak.
I didn't have any money, and my only option was to take a loan. And I used all the money to place the bets. And at that point, I was very assured that I was actually going to win. But unfortunately, I found out that I had actually lost. It was very painful for me. I didn't have any money. I didn't have anyone like I can talk to. And that's when I realized that I have to do something.
We have had youth committing suicide because they have lost a bet. Brenda, she walked into this facility committed to attaining something, recovery from addiction. The temptation to go back to it was so strong for her. You need to deny yourself some of those things that you're used to. If it is social media platforms, if it is friends, if it's gambling dens, you need to exclude yourself to all of that. And we are here to help, of course. We put them into support groups that discuss their problems and encourage each other.
After the counseling, I realized that most of my friends were mainly addicts, and I sat down and told myself that if I was able to release myself from the betting, I can change another person's perspective about betting.
She has mentored several other people, her being one of those that recovered from addiction. She's now running a business that is doing very, very well.
My biggest lesson was true wealth is built, it's not gambled.
Place your bet on me, on the winning team, never let you lose.